This is how I made the bass line to my edit of Chase Days Badadan by actually using the Badadan vocal. Firstly, you need to have your vocal sample ready, and you need to have a channel open with a simpler. On a MIDI channel, I have mine set to default, and you use slice mode. So you'll take your vocal sample, which I have here, drag it in, and it will slice it up. You then need to bring a arpeggiator onto the channel, which I have with Sting on the channel. So you can also use the default Ableton arpeggiator to generate a pattern if you like, but I like to use this one because it fits a lot better with House of Techno. So you can sort of adjust the settings to how you want. Next thing you want to do is pitch it down. And if we take a listen here, we should have something of a bass line already. And this is the original. That's the Badadan vocal. Pitch it back down so it's in the bass register. Next thing you need to do is do some processing to really turn it into a bass line. So I start off with something like Rbass. This is so I can generate a fundamental frequency. I'll show you on span in a second. So the key of F is 40. Turn that up. Let's go to span here. If I turn this, you can see it's now got a really good fundamental frequency. I turn it off. You can hear all the sub is gone. That's the start. I would then maybe saturate it. So I'm going to do that with blackbox here. Go turn it on, just put some settings on it, and that should saturate it. Makes it a bit more fuller, and then you can have another look at span. And I know that I added another second harmonic frequency up here to fill up this range and make it much more thicker and a much more solid foundation for the track. So if I go put another Rbass onto the track here, then I'll put it up there. Keep it around 8 Hz, somewhere around there. Maybe keep it in key track. And you can see now you're getting a much more thicker tone. Last thing I'd probably do before maybe moving on to post-processing, so compression, maybe more filtering to fit in the track, is probably take off some of that high end so you get a much more darker sound. There you go. See, that sounds much more like a bass line. So if I take all the processing and group it, that's what it sounds before. That's what it sounds like afterwards. Lastly, as I said, you process it like a normal bass to fit with your track. So you sidechain it, you compress it, you'd EQ it to fit with your kick, all that good stuff. And if I take this off solo, you bring it down to audio, add a groove to it, and you end up with the one like I did in my original track. See, you can use a vocal, you can maybe use a percussion to do this, and then you get something that is guaranteed to fit in your track, and use something that someone else has done before, and that isn't a saw wave like every other tech house producer. So give it a go, see what results you can get, and get creative with it, and hopefully you can get some unique bass lines out of it.